Welcome to the virtual public meeting for the Wearyman Creek Watershed Improvement Project. This presentation is based on the materials shared at the public meeting held December 12, 2024. During this virtual meeting, you'll have the opportunity to learn about the project in more detail, learn how to provide your valuable input, and find out about the next steps and project timeline. You might be asking why you are viewing this virtual meeting. Whether you're a concerned resident, an OHV enthusiast, a property owner, or simply someone who cares about the health of our watershed, your presence is important. Your voice matters, and we encourage you to participate in this process. This project is a collaborative effort between several organizations: the Eagle River Coalition, the Colorado Off-Highway Vehicle Registration, Dollars at Work, Colorado Off-Road Enterprises, CORE, and the United States Forest Service. We are excited to share more about this project with you and look forward to your input. Please stay tuned for the next slide where we'll dive deeper into the project details. Let's take a closer look at the study area for this project. As you can see on the map, the lower portion of the Wearyman OHV route is located within a confined valley bottom. Right through the middle, you'll see Wearyman Creek, which flows westerly from Ptarmigan Pass into Turkey Creek, northeast of the town of Red Cliff. The current OHV route, as you can see, is situated within the floodplain of Wearyman Creek. The route crosses the creek a total of 5 times. This frequent crossing of the creek has contributed to several environmental issues, including sedimentation, water quality, and habitat disturbance. The goal of this project is to address these issues and create a more sustainable OHV route that protects the environment and enhances the user experience. The current alignment of the OHV route and Wearyman Creek within the confined valley floor is a contributor to increased erosion and sedimentation. This sediment negatively impacts the health and habitat of fish and plants along the creek. Additionally, sediment can affect the water supply for the town of Red Cliff. To address these issues, a feasibility study was conducted to identify cost-effective solutions to reduce the impacts on the creek and surrounding areas while maintaining the recreational opportunities the OHV route provides. Now let's talk about the funding and grants for this project. The Eagle River Coalition, White River National Forest, and Colorado Off-Road Enterprises, CORE, have been awarded a Colorado Parks and Wildlife Off-Highway Vehicle Grant to support a robust stakeholder engagement process that started in 2024. The White River National Forest has also received a Legacy Roads and Trails grant through the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law to complete this project. The Eagle River Coalition is managing this project with oversight and collaboration from the White River National Forest. A feasibility study was conducted to identify potential solutions for the OHV route. 7 initial routes were evaluated to determine their feasibility and potential impacts. 5 of these routes were then analyzed in more detail based on factors like geology, construction feasibility, and watershed health. The hillside options were eliminated due to concerns about landslides, slope stability, and cost. Additionally, 1 route was removed to avoid crossing private property. This leaves us with 3 remaining options. Alignment 1, this is the existing route with no additional maintenance. Alignment 1A, this is a modified version of the existing route with additional sediment control measures and maintenance. Alignment 7, this is a new alignment that would remove 2 crossings on the existing route and raise a section of the route above the floodplain. Your input is crucial in determining the best solution for this project. We encourage you to review these options and provide your feedback. Geological considerations taken into account during the feasibility study include landslide hazards, especially in areas with steep slopes and unstable soils, steppe colluvial slopes, which are prone to erosion and mass wasting, the underlying geology of the area, primarily composed of resistant dolomite and limestone, which can still be susceptible to weathering and erosion. This map shows the different geological units in the study area. The red areas represent areas with high landslide potential, while the green areas are more stable. By carefully considering these geological factors, we were able to identify potential routes that minimize risk and maximize long-term sustainability. The feasibility study findings include 3 main alignments. No-build alignment, Alignment 1, keeps the existing route as is with no additional maintenance or improvements. Alignment 1A, adds maintenance and other erosion control measures to the existing route, such as rock riprap, stabilizing the banks, and improving drainage. This option will be developed based on the hydraulic model analysis. Alignment 7, channel realignment in Reach 4, involves rerouting a portion of the existing route to avoid crossing Wearyman Creek. This would eliminate crossings 3 and 4, reducing the impact on the creek and the surrounding environment. These are the three main alignments that are still being considered. Your input will be crucial in determining the best course of action for this project. A thorough archaeological survey was conducted. However, no archaeological sites were discovered within the project area. The project will not impact any properties listed on the National Register of Historic Places or any potential sites that may be eligible for listing. A possible linear resource, a transmission line, was identified at the edge of the project area. However, this resource is not considered significant and will not be impacted by the project. Based on these findings, it is recommended that there will be no effect on historic properties and no further archaeological work is needed for the project. We are committed to protecting cultural resources and complying with all relevant regulations. Potential impacts on biological resources, specifically species of concern, include the following federally and U.S. Forest Service listed species. These species have been identified in the project area or nearby and will be further studied based on habitat and range mapping. Federally listed species of concern include the Canadian lynx and the gray wolf. U.S. Forest Service listed species of concern include the boreal toad, the boreal owl, lamulated owl, northern goshawk, Colorado River cutthroat trout, western bumblebee, and the pygmy shrew. These species rely on specific habitat conditions. The project will be designed to minimize impacts to their habitat and populations. We are committed to protecting these important species and their habitats. We will work with wildlife biologists and other experts to ensure that the project is implemented in a way that minimizes impacts on sensitive species and their habitats. Now, let's discuss the wetlands within the project area. The wetland survey area included Wearyman Creek from Turkey Creek to the end of the survey area, which is approximately 0.9 miles. Within this area, we identified 2 intermittent creeks and 1 ephemeral creek. We also identified 20 scrub-shrub wetlands and 2 emergent wetlands. Due to the narrow and rocky valley bottom, the wetlands were mostly narrow fringes along Wearyman Creek. Willow was the dominant plant species in these wetlands. Wetlands play a vital role in the ecosystem, providing habitat for wildlife, filtering water, and mitigating flooding. We will work to protect and preserve these important wetlands during the project. Hydraulic modeling is being conducted to further refine Alignment 1A. The top image shows the velocity results from the hydraulic model. The different colors represent areas with varying water velocities, blue representing slower velocities, and yellow representing higher water velocities. By understanding the velocity and flow patterns, we can identify areas that are more susceptible to erosion and sediment transport. This lower image shows the shear stress results, green representing low shear and red and orange representing areas of high shear. Shear stress is a measure of the force exerted by the water on the channel bed and banks. Analyzing the shear stress distribution, we can identify areas where erosion is more likely to occur. Hydraulic modeling is being performed on Alignment 1A to identify specific erosion control measures that can be implemented adjacent to the creek and within the route to reduce sediment transport. By using hydraulic modeling, we can optimize the design of the project to minimize impacts on the environment and ensure the long-term sustainability of the OHV route. The National Environmental Policy Act, NEPA, requires federal projects to undergo environmental evaluation. The lowest level of NEPA evaluation is a categorical exclusion, CE, used for actions not expected to have a significant impact on the environment. The project is currently in a pre-NEPA phase. For a project to qualify for a CE, it must meet specific criteria and not involve any extraordinary circumstances. If eligible, the CE document will include description of the proposed action, including location, purpose, and scope, purpose and need, explaining why the project is needed and its benefits, extraordinary circumstances analysis, evaluating potential significant environmental impacts, supporting information, which includes relevant studies, reports, or data, and public involvement, documenting public meetings or comment periods conducting during the NEPA process. Following the NEPA process, we ensure the project is environmentally sound and meets all regulatory requirements. Public and stakeholder involvement is a crucial part of the Wearyman Creek Watershed Improvement Project. By involving diverse stakeholders, we can make decisions that reflect the needs and interests of all users of the area. Consulting with all interested parties helps us gain a deeper understanding of the values and priorities of trail users. This project offers an opportunity for the public to share their thoughts and help shape the design of the OHV route. The public involvement process has included the following opportunities so far. Stakeholder group, composed of representatives from local communities, environmental organizations, recreational users, and government agencies, has already begun meeting and will continue to meet regularly to discuss project details and provide input. An online survey was conducted for the stakeholder group to gather their initial opinions and preferences. Stay updated on project developments and participate in online discussions via the website and social media. Attend in-person or virtual meetings to learn more about the project and ask questions. Working together, we can create a sustainable OHV route that balances recreational opportunities with environmental protection. Now it's your turn to share your input on the Wearyman Creek Watershed Improvement Project. You can fill out a digital public input form from your phone or computer by scanning the QR code on the screen or by visiting the following link, https://tinyurl.com/Wearyman-OHV. Alternatively, you can email your input to Terry Parch at terry.parch@jacobs.com or mail it to terry.parch, P.O. Box 2130, Glenwood Springs, Colorado 81602. Please share your input by January 10th, 2025, so that it can be considered in the selection of a preferred alternative. Your feedback is essential to the success of this project. We encourage you to participate and help shape the future of the Wearyman Creek watershed. Well, let's take a look at the tentative project schedule. As you can see, we recently held our first in-person public meeting on December 12th, 2024. This meeting provided an overview of the project and gathered initial input from the public. We have also held a series of project stakeholder meetings. Meeting number 1, held in June 2024, focused on introducing the project, its scope, and purpose. At the meeting, we discussed the formation of the stakeholder group and the NEPA process. Meeting number 2, held in July 2024, presented the results of the initial project stakeholder survey and discussed the United States Forest Service's processes for NEPA compliance. Meeting number 3 involved a walking site visit on August 28, 2024. This provided an opportunity for stakeholders to see the project area firsthand and discuss potential impacts and solutions. Meeting number 4, held in November 2024, discussed the results of the on-site meeting, the results of the archaeology, biology, and wetland surveys, and the hydraulic modeling. A final meeting, meeting number 5, will be held in mid-January 2025 to review the public process. In addition, this virtual public meeting with an online comment form will be available on the ERC website for review beginning on December 13th, 2024. We ask that you please submit any input you may have by January 10th, 2025. We are committed to keeping you informed throughout the project. Please stay tuned for updates and opportunities to participate. We would like to thank you for attending this virtual meeting for the Wearyman Creek Watershed Improvement Project. Your input is invaluable to the success of this project. Again, please be sure to submit your comments before January 10th, 2025. Your feedback will help shape the future of the Wearyman Creek watershed. For more information about the project and to sign up for project updates, please visit the Eagle River Coalition website, https://eagleriverco.org. www.wearyman creek watershed health project /. You can also scan the QR code on the screen to access the project website. Thank you again for your participation. We look forward to working with you to improve the health of the Wearyman Creek watershed.